The House of Heroes was where they kept the ashes of the Kirin gang members. All disciples who died in the line of duty were regarded as heroes. They would then be kept in the House of Heroes for others to visit. One reason was to cherish their memory. The other was to serve as a warning. The Kirin gang would care for the friends and family of those who make it to the House of Heroes. Their family would receive timely financial support to help with living costs. This way, the Kirin gang members wouldn't have to worry about their families if they pass away one day. Dustin stood at the entrance of the House of Heroes. He held to human heads dripping with blood and walked to the memorial plaque in the middle of the room. The words, "In memory of Nelson Horst, Guildmaster of the Flame Dragon Guild," were engraved on it. "Nelson, I've killed the people who harmed you. These are their heads. I brought them here to atone for their sins toward you." Dustin tossed Gavin's and Felix's heads. They rolled under Nelson's memorial plaque. "Rest assured that I'll do as I promised. From today onward, Haley is my daughter, and Cecilia is my sister. So long as I'm alive, I won't let them get hurt. You can rest in peace now." Dustin faced Nellen's urn and said a prayer. Then he saluted it as a show of respect. "Salute!" Cornelius shouted from the door. The Kirin gang members saluted and showed their respect for the fallen heroes. Perhaps one day, they would also die in the line of duty and be placed in the House of Heroes. To be remembered and respected by the entire gang, they could die without regrets. "Dustin Reese, get the hell out here!" Suddenly, a high-pitched scream sounded. The door to the Zephyr Lodge was violently kicked down. A woman in braids wearing a black tracksuit barged in. She was leading a group of female soldiers. These female soldiers looked strong. From their sharp gazes, these female soldiers were not average. "You're gutsy. Who are you? How dare you barge into the Kirin gang?" Cornelius yelled angrily. "Enough bullshit. Ask Dustin to come out here and see me." The woman in braids was radiating murderous energy. She looked pissed. Upon hearing that, Dustin walked out of the House of Heroes and looked directly at her. "Tam Dustin Reese, do you have a message for me?" he asked indifferently. "You killed my brother. I'm going to kill you." The woman's gaze turned cold. Without another word, she unsheathed her sword and charged. Anyone who stood in her way was forced aside with her sharp blade. The audacity! Cornelius flew into a rage. He suddenly flickered in front of her, thrusting a palm out. A ferocious burst of internal energy exploded and crashed over her. The woman frowned. Suddenly, she leapt into the air and dodged this blow. At the same time, she spun expertly in the air and brought her sword down on Cornelius. Her attack was swift and accurate. Its power was shocking.